You want to be more focused, triple your work efficiency, be present in the moment, have deep conversation with people, and be your best self? Start meditating. Imagine you're talking to someone, and while you're talking to them, they don't get off their phone. Don't you find it quite rude? And vice versa. Let's say you have a test the next day, and you keep reading the same line over and over again, but you can't seem to get it in your head. Doesn't that disturb you? Don't you just wish to be a more focused individual? When you consume content on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, essentially what you're doing is you're training your brain to focus for only 2 seconds and immediately shift your focus to something else. This is extremely harmful towards your attention span, and it's also a reason for your lack of focus. Doesn't it bother you that your mind is never at peace? You're always switching from thought to thought, never at rest, even when you really need to focus. So essentially, when we meditate, what we do is we improve our mindfulness, and our mindfulness is what improves our concentration. This will help us in hopefully restoring our lack of attention span and becoming our best selves. So when you improve your mindfulness, usually what happens is most of your useless thoughts tend to disappear. So for example, you constantly get cravings for food. It may be because you keep getting thoughts like, oh, I want to eat that food I saw earlier. Whatever it may be, you may have these cravings that come and go, and if you have maybe less thoughts, I can guarantee you that you will be much better with your diet. So mindfulness can be effective in that way as well. Meditation can also be used to regulate your mood, as when you eliminate most of your useless thoughts and can be more focused in the moment, this can help deal with overthinking. And overthinking is a common issue for most people. I can even say that for myself. But when I started meditating, when you're more present in the moment, you understand exactly what you're doing right now. You are focused on just that. You're not thinking about anything else. Most of your overthinking issues come to an end. So now as for my story, about a year ago, when I used to do a lot of reading, I noticed it was extremely hard to do because I would reread the same line over and over again. It was extremely frustrating for me because I simply could not focus. And it was at a vital time in my life where I had to memorize a lot of quotes for my upcoming exam. So after spending hours upon hours scrolling on Instagram, it affected my concentration to a great extent because I was constantly consuming a lot of content in such a little amount of time. Imagine how much content is in one single post, and let's say you're scrolling for a minute. You go through maybe 15, 20 posts. Imagine how much content you just consumed, and you go over each post every 3 seconds. Do you understand how bad that is for your concentration? And once more, every time I tried to memorize a quote or read something, I could not get it inside my head, and this impacted my grades severely because my attention span was so low to the point of which I could not get things inside my head without absolutely rereading it over and over again. And the worst part was I would eventually just give up as I felt too helpless. I'm not kidding, I would actually just stop studying. I would say, forget it, whatever happens tomorrow happens. And that was a very dangerous thing. I'm lucky I even got okay grades. I got an A and a B in my exam that year, but it was extremely difficult. It made me feel extremely terrible that I just could not learn like a normal, healthy individual. Fortunately, I took a bunch of steps to try and improve my concentration, one of the most effective being meditation. So essentially, when we meditate, what we do is we improve our mindfulness, and our mindfulness is what improves our concentration. This will help us in hopefully restoring our lack of attention span and becoming our best selves. So fast forward to today. Now I can truly understand concepts, I can read with ease, I've tripled my work efficiency, I can honestly say I'm present in the moment, and I have achieved this through mindfulness and meditation. Okay, so now the big question, what is meditation? Now a lot of people tend to communicate meditation the wrong way. They tend to say meditation is something where you put your hands on your knees and you close your eyes and you pretend. It's some weird thing like that. Please don't complicate, that's just hilarious. What essentially meditation is when you focus on one singular thing. So basically this one singular thing can be anything. It can be your breath. It can be the sensation of the chair against you right now. It can maybe even be the sound of the air around you. Whatever it may be, it just has to be one singular thing and you just have to continue focusing on that. So now the most common way of meditating is through focusing on your breath. We can do this through essentially what you want to do is close your eyes first. Okay, once you've closed your eyes, focus on the noise of your breathing. Or you don't have to focus on the noise, just focus on the breathing. So when you get a thought, what you want to do is when you get the thought is, okay, understand you've gotten the thought and now redirect your focus back to the breathing. Keep doing this for aim for 10 minutes, okay? Don't do 10 minutes, aim for 10 minutes. Obviously, this will be challenging when you start initially, but what you want to do is start with maybe 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds, that's perfectly great. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying as a joke. 30 seconds is where I started. So the first day I did 30 seconds. I think in 3 days I leveled up to 1 minute. Then I made it to 2 minutes and so on all the way up to 10 minutes. Do not make it a long and hard process for you. It is quite simple. Even if you can take out 30 seconds, and that's not a lot of time in your day, by the way, just to focus on trying to improve your concentration, that's great. Go for it. And then as time progresses, you can build your way up to that 10 minutes. The best way to think of it is think of it as an exercise for your brain. So every time you redirect your focus back to what you're trying to focus on, such as your breath, you are one step closer to improving your mindfulness and improving your focus. Now remember, we're in this for the long run. Be patient and understand you won't see results on your first few days. You'll see results over a long time through a consistent period of working on your meditation. Now as for times I'd recommend for meditation, they would be maybe before going to work/school, maybe it can be before you sleep, maybe just before you're about to study. Essentially, any time of the day can actually work for you, to be honest. I've tried all times, none of them seem to make a difference from one another. They all work great. If you have 5 minutes just over there, like you just got ready and now you're just waiting to go out wherever you have to, and you just got 5 minutes, go ahead, meditate. You don't have to meditate for the full 5 minutes. Just whenever you get free time, aim for meditation. Meditation is honestly extremely underrated. Not many people do it, and if you do it, you can set yourself apart from the crowd. Countless successful people meditate, by the way, such as Oprah, Bill Gates, Joe Rogan, Steve Jobs. All of them, they meditate. If there are people you wish to be like, or you want to be a millionaire or something like that, you should aim to do meditation. If they do it, why shouldn't you? I hope you've gained some knowledge from watching this video. I put a lot of effort into it. I'll be leaving links in the description for a few meditations I follow. Subscribe for more content like this, and I hope you have a good day.